Hi, I'm Matt Manny. Thanks so much for joining me for today's devotional. Today's thought is called this: crowded calendars. Yesterday we talked a little bit about what it means to worry, and today we're going to talk about how we have crowded calendars, and sometimes because of all that's taking place in our life, we get so busy because we're trying to deal with the challenges and stresses, we actually bring it upon ourselves a little bit. Here are a couple of statistics about people that say they don't have enough time to do the following things. About 47% of people say they don't have time to clean. About 38% say laundry goes by the wayside. 32% say they don't have enough time to go shopping. 31% say they don't have enough time to go to the gym because they're just too much on their calendar. 27% say that they can't make appointments like doctor's appointments and other appointments like that because they're just too busy. Car maintenance, going to the bank, paying bills are all on the list of things that we don't have enough time to do. We find there's this thought that Joe Robinson says, humans are energy machines. We expend energy over the course of the workday and work year in our body and our brains, which use up about 20% of the body's calories. And then we have to replace it where fatigue sets in. Stress and exhaustion build and productivity plummets. And we find ourselves being totally stressed. You ever find yourself that your calendar just keeps piling on? You find yourself at the end of the day or the week, a month, or even at the end of a year and wonder, well, what did I really get accomplished for all the stress and energy and worry that I expended? What really did I get accomplished? We find in Mark chapter 1, Jesus gives this, Mark tells this great story and gives us this great example of Jesus, a day in his life, a snapshot of 24 hours. Listen to what Jesus accomplished in 24 hours. And you think about your calendar being busy. Here's Jesus' busy calendar. In the morning, he took a walk along the Sea of Galilee. He recruited Peter, James, Andrew, and John. He went to a synagogue to teach. He healed a demon-possessed man who interrupted the church service. He had lunch at Peter's home and then healed Peter's mother-in-law who was extremely sick. He spent time with the disciples then. After dinner, Jesus healed sick and possessed people on Peter's front porch as folks brought their sick loved ones and friends from all over. We find Jesus healed those people late into the night, but then he got up early the next morning, long before sunrise, to pray by himself. He had a planning meeting with Peter and the other disciples of the next step they were going to take. He packed up everything and he moved on to the next town. The irony from that story is this: is Jesus early in the morning, you can imagine, he's praying by himself, and Peter comes and finds him and James and John and say, Jesus, where have you been? He says, well, I've been right here. I've been praying. And they say, don't you realize that people are looking for you? They want to see you because they want you to heal them. And he says, well, I have to go on to the next town. And they just, it blows their mind. They can't fathom because of all the needs that people have. I kind of find myself like that sometimes, where I'm busy and my kids are constantly asking, Dad, I want this, I want that. And so sometimes I'll go hide in the bathroom. It's the safest place in our house. And they'll knock on the bathroom door, Dad. Sometimes you feel like you just can't get a break for things. We find ourselves, even as busy as Jesus was, we find ourselves that we wonder, how in the world did he have time to come apart before he came apart? We see this, that Jesus, we find him, that he takes time to have a little bit of solitude, time to isolate for just a little bit, and time to get close to God. Now, here's the deal. Jesus didn't have more time than we have. We all have 24 hours in a day, but it's how we use that time to go ahead and get things accomplished. The most important things to get accomplished, the things that we find ourselves that are on our plate, the things that we want to see God do and work in our lives. It takes a focus, and for us to not be distracted by the things of worry and by the things of pursuing, maybe trying to pursue, well, we just need to make another buck to fix our problems. God gave us 24 hours in a day to accomplish all that God wants us to accomplish. And if you're finding yourself not enough time at the end of the day, the question for us to consider then is this: am I pursuing what I want, or am I pursuing what God wants for my life? We find in Lamentations, it says this, that God's mercies are new every morning, that his faithfulness is so great to you and me. And so each day we have a brand new opportunity, a brand new start for us to go ahead and realize that God can go ahead and can get those most important things done in and through our lives, but it comes back to, are we trying to crowd out our calendars with things that aren't necessarily important, but are urgent? Now think about that thought as we wrap up today. Are the things I'm filling my life with right now, are they just urgent, but not important? As we go through our day today, I'm praying for you. I hope that you'll find some time to get some solitude and some silence so you can grow close and get connected with God. Thanks so much for watching.